Hey guys, today we're going to find out the types of bolt in here. Alright, you take the wrench, take the crank, and this might need some pretty heavy, very heavy hand. So this was pretty easy. I'm just taking the bolt out now. Now if you need to pull out the crank itself, then my tool has this very fine thread here, and what you do with it is you make sure that these are lined up, so this forcing tool is lined up with the edge. So you take the tool and you start threading it in very gently, because it's a very fine thread and you can actually break it pretty easily. So you thread it in, it should go, you know, pretty simple. And you thread it until you can feel that it doesn't go anywhere, until it's finger tight. And then if you wish, you can tighten it slightly with a wrench. Alright, so this is pretty tight. So what you do now is you thread in the pin that forces the crank to separate from the bottom brackets. I'm just going to show you real quick. So this might need some power to take it off, because they do get quite in there. If it does this sound, don't worry too much. Probably haven't broken it yet. Alright, and now at one point it starts going, it's very hard, but then it starts going more easier, which means that you've crossed the threshold, and it should be much easier to take it out. Alright, now it's quite easy. If it's now finger tight, then what you do is you don't remove the crank yet. You take out the crank puller first, because it's very awkward to remove it later on if you have it really tight on there. Alright, so you take out the crank puller. What you do now is you take off the crank. Should be quite easy. You can jiggle it off. Alright, and there we have it. One very dirty crank. Alright, now as you can if they're not fixed with the right amount of force, they may come loose, and what happens then is they start eating away at the squares that you saw on the bottom brackets. Now if that happens, that usually means that that one small set you should be able to fix pretty much any. Thanks.